All right, let's go outside and see what's going on. 67 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and east-northeast winds at about 7 miles per hour. 23% on the relative humidity, and it looks like that dry air is going to stay with us through the day. It is going to be hot again. Matter of fact, already starting to see some 70s, and it's even 81 right now in Alamogordo, and then 50s and 60s from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, and then up in Raton and Clayton, 40s and 50s, meanwhile, out to the west. So here's the forecast as we go through the day. Remember yesterday we talked about, looked like a decent chance of some showers and storms. Well, we've kind of sucked in this dry air from the west, and that's really going to hamper things from the central mountain chains back to the west. So remember I mentioned also, if we didn't get it today, we were going to have to wait for our next rain chance into Sunday, maybe Monday of next week, and that's certainly how it's looking now. 92 for the high, just like yesterday. If we see a storm at all, it's going to be along the mountains, and that's really the story for the rest of the week. There is a little bit of action going on right now off to the east. The bigger storms, though, as you see, have moved on off into Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas once again. They've gotten rocked there a couple of nights in a row. So here's the shower activity that's left. Let me close in on that for you. It looks like it's south of Tucumcari. There's a few spot showers north of Fort Sumner, Melrose. The biggest storms right now, and there is a couple of rumbles of thunder still north of Melrose and Texaco, but that's about the extent of it. And it looks like it'll die down, and then we'll see some picking up again during the afternoon and evening. But certainly, drier air is starting to push in now, in spite of the fact that the fronts have helped us kick off some rain mostly across most of the west and central late into last week and early this week. Well, that's not going to happen because of that dry air. So we'll see a few spot storms, and even Thursday's system looks like it's going to do about the same thing. So from the central mountain chains back to the west, staying dry. As a matter of fact, you look back to the western part of the country, there's not a whole lot going on other than the afternoon heating along the mountains, kicking off a few isolated storms. Most of the action is off to the east. And by the way, Claudette, which made landfall yesterday, is just basically completely fallen apart. So there's not any showers, not any thunderstorms to speak of there. And Chicago right now looks good. If you have a connection to Chicago, you're going to have no problems. But Dallas may see some storms, Oklahoma City as well, and Atlanta later on in the day. So just keep that in mind. For Santa Fe, temperatures are going to be into the 80s and then near 90 for the rest of the week. And for Albuquerque, it's going to be low 90s. Today, really no changes into Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we do pick up an isolated chance at a storm, and then into Monday again. But other than that, same old for now.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Mike.